Lorcan, it's time for a new show. Good, great intro, great start. Kicking off real professional here.
I'm scared of all the potential that can come from this new show.
Exactly. It could be amazing, but for now it's just two guys talking as always. But it's talking about something different. This is Survive. So if you are finding us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram. Do all the things that people usually ask you to do.
Yeah,
Go and do them.
There's something to do with a bell notification. Do that as well. Do that.
Exactly, yeah.
Do
whatever
all
little ding ding thing is, hit that thing. But on a serious note, actually do follow us on Instagram. We do post lots of other good stuff. And if you're into podcasts, we have a weekly podcast. But outside of that, this show is called Survive. Survive.
Nice.
I'm gonna put some sound effects in there, and if they're not there, then I just got lazy later on.
Part-time?
Exactly, part-time watchers.
Same model. Go ahead.
But yes, so this show is called Survive, and the purpose of this show, or how this game works, is each week, we're aiming for maybe midweek each week, we're going to pick 4 fictional characters from your favorite movies and TV shows and video games and all that stuff of a similar power level, and the game is 4 characters in a small abandoned town. One of them has to keep you alive while the other 3 try to take you out. Try and take you down.
Try and take you out for a nice dinner. Just try and get you away from the guy who's holding you tight and just bring you to a nice dinner. All 3 of them.
No, Lorcan. They're trying to viciously and violently take you out.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Don't like this. Don't like this at all.
So what we're going to do each week is we're going to have this short episode, this short show, where we're going to be talking through the 4 characters, and we're going to pick who we would pick to keep us alive. But we also want to hear from you guys. So when we post this, we're going to be posting every maybe Monday or Tuesday before we actually put the show of who the 4 characters are. So check us out on Instagram for that. You can vote for who you would choose and comment down below who you think would win or who you would choose to keep you alive in this situation. Okay, so Lorcan, week one. First characters we have. Criteria, like we said, small abandoned town. Now, just so we're clear, the town is small, but not small enough so you can hide for 24 hours. Because that's no fun.
That's a huge
No one wants to hide. Yes. So, small abandoned town, and we have 4 characters from recent action films. These are kind of like the new age action heroes after your Arnold and your Slies and all those guys. These are the new age. So we have Mr. John Wick, the Baba Yaga. I was going to say the Babadook. No, the Baba Yaga.
Don't say Babadook.
Don't say it 3 times. So we have John Wick. We have Tyler Rake from Extraction. So Chris Hemsworth character from the Netflix film Extraction. We have Lorraine from Atomic Blonde, who is an absolute badass in that film, played by Charlize Theron. And finally, we have an absolute wild card in John Bernthal's The Punisher from the Netflix series. So these are 4 vicious and violent characters that are all very good at killing people.
Yeah.
Now, there are 3 of them that are going to try and kill you, and there are 1 of them that is going to try and keep you alive for 24 hours in a small abandoned town. Who are you picking to keep you alive, Lorcan?
Now, Keith, I have to be upfront here as well. I definitely have an advantage here because, as you know, I'm from a small town. Not abandoned, but I know everything about a small town. However, my disadvantage is that I'm not a killer.
Exactly, yeah.
So, this might play out. I think there's an easy winner here. So, I think I go for Chris Hemsworth in Extraction. So that's Tyler Rake. I'll give you my reasonings first of all. So, firstly, the movie he's in, Extraction, is all about him getting this young boy out of a small abandoned town in Mumbai. Not so small, not so abandoned.
It's not a small abandoned town at all, but okay, keep going.
But the point of the movie is that he is moving it. And as you said before, this isn't a scenario where I think we could, I suppose, stay quiet, stay down, batten down the hedges for too long. I reckon you can get away with a couple hours as well. But his whole thing is constantly move, and kind of bring stuff around while tracking everyone else. Don't get me wrong. I think there's better killers in this. I think Lorraine from Atomic Blonde and John Wick are probably better killers and more skilled assassins. However, I think that they're too hot heavy as well, that they'd come up short if they were trying to protect you. And I also think in a pinch, Tyler could probably take them out, or at least do enough to hold them off, or at least enough to hold them off for a period of time. My only thing here, as you mentioned before, is the Punisher is a wild card, because I think the Punisher could 100% enter the town with a grenade launcher, go, right, there's 10 or 12 houses in this town. I'm just going to start lobbing grenades into each individual house until I see someone, and then I'm start shooting. And if that's the case, 3 against 1 could take us out. But I think that, again, Tyler Rake from Extraction probably knows this, so he's going to focus on trying to take out the Punisher first and then just escape from the other two for 24 hours. So that's where I'm coming from. Do you want to poke holes at me?
It's a big call now, because we put a post up about this one a while ago, actually, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, just when you're kind of like teasing the idea of maybe doing a show. And when you put up these 4 characters, people were pretty sure that John Wick was the man to go with. Now, like you said, I definitely think John Wick is definitely probably the best killer in terms of skill.
3 of them.
Like the Punisher's definitely, maybe I was going to say kill more people. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Probably more violently.
And he's also sloppier. Like, he should have died
100%
from like, lesser people. So
yeah, like if it's John Wick and the Punisher with a pencil, I'm going to go with John Wick in that one.
Totally.
But yeah, the thing with John Wick, like he definitely probably would, out of the 4 of them, I would trust him to take out the other 3. But can he do that over 24 hours while keeping you safe as well? Because even, I don't know which John Wick is it the second or the third one? Doesn't he hide the hotel manager in like the basement?
Oh yeah.
As like loads of people are attacking the Continental, and John Wick just like takes the fight to them essentially.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what he'd do in this situation, where he'd hide you away somewhere, and then he'd go hunting the other 3.
And to my point there, I think Tyler Rake would see that coming, and he'd go straight for you. So I don't think he wouldn't be lured into a firefight from John Wick. He'd be aware of that strategy and then go straight for you. So again, I think he's the deadlier one on both sides almost as well. Because as you said, I don't think John Wick would be good enough to stay there beside you the entire time or to bring you around.
He wouldn't have the patience for it.
Yeah,
he just wants to go and get the job done.
He's too much like faith in himself to take everyone else out that he'd forget about you, I think. So I do think he's probably the best, most skilled assassin. So don't shout at me in the comments. But I do think Tyler Rake is probably the smarter option. Like we said before, I think the Punisher, again, arguably is a weird one in that I think he would possibly take everyone else out, but then take you out too. So like the idea would be he would just strap a bomb to you and he'd bring you through it, and then like he'd go 24 hours is up, and then he'd blow the bomb and kill everyone.
So he just take everyone out. But that, like, to be fair though, in that season 2 of The Punisher, he did keep that other girl alive for quite a while. So that's like that was well over 24 hours. But
maybe.
Yeah, like he did do very well with her, to be fair. Now the one thing, like, Lorraine is an absolute badass, and I would take her like going 1-on-1 with the Punisher probably. But the thing is, like, in her movie, there is a section where she tried to keep a man alive, and she didn't do that well.
Yeah, I think that's the black card against her.
She killed a whole lot of people, but the guy that she was trying to keep alive, I'm pretty sure didn't make it, from what I can remember. I mean, spoilers. There's clearly spoilers for all these movies and shows if you haven't watched them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough one. Like, I think the Punisher's not going to keep you alive.
No.
Well, no, he could, but I don't feel like against all 3 of those coming at him, he would.
I also don't think he'd care that much. Like, I don't think there'd be any reason why he would want to keep you alive so much so. Whereas the guy from Extraction feels like he has nothing less to lose, and he's like, just give me a bit of money and I'll do it. John Wick, again, I just think would back himself too much. And again, he mightn't die, but I die. So like, I think the smartest choice is like all these guys are so evenly matched, but I'm just playing it smart rather than playing for the strengths. Like, I just think that even in the sake of his movie, like, he does get that kid out. So like, I do think he'd probably do something in this against these guys.
Yeah, and I mean, the question isn't about which one of them would survive after 24 hours.
Exactly.
Okay, that was a tough one to start off with, but I think that was a good one for actual assassins trying to take you.
Well, no, three assassins, and then just the wild card that is the Punisher, the absolute wild card, who would do like, and like the thing is, someone could come in the comment section and just go, the Punisher would just like burn the houses down, so like no one would like run around. So no matter what, it has to be the Punisher, because if he's chasing you, he'll get you. And like, I can probably get that argument as well. So like, regardless of who'd protect you best, if the Punisher's on the other team, he'll probably get you unless that other person takes him out. So like,
that's why I'm thinking maybe John Wick.
Oof.
But anyway, you've gone for Tyler Rake. I probably would lean more to. I think I'd have a bit more faith in Wick taking out the three of them before they take out me.
Maybe, yeah.
But
I think Rake could get you. I think while John Wick's out there, what do you call it, with his talking to people about birds and stuff like that, and going, "Hey, Birdman, where's the guys coming from? Up on a roof, even though it's not abandoned, he's the only guy that's there." I think Tyler Rake is like breaking into your apartment and breaking your legs.
Okay, well, that's a great way to finish off the first episode. So
nice.
Do make sure and let us know in the comments and below on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Let us know what you think and why you think we're both absolute idiots for our opinion, because that's what people like to do online.
Yeah.
But keep it friendly. And
more often than not, they're probably right. So definitely comment below as well, because I'm sure there's something we just haven't noticed as well. Like someone will probably say, "Oh, actually, in what do you call it, Atomic Blonde, there is a part at the very end where she keeps a guy alive very specifically in a small abandoned town." Like, I don't remember that scene, but it could totally be that case.
Yeah, maybe we missed out on that scene, but hey,
cool.
All right, guys, make sure you subscribe and all that fun stuff. And probably on the screen, if you're watching YouTube somewhere, there's a video of ours that it's probably telling you to watch. So, go and watch that one too. Why not? And there'll probably be, these are going to be coming out every week going forward. So subscribe to the channel to keep an eye on these. And we have some video content coming very soon also. So keep an eye out for that. So it's worth subscribing just for that alone.
Totally.
All right, guys. See you next week.
See you guys. Bye.